What's up, everybody? Welcome to Transition Tuesdays for this Tuesday, February 21st, 2023. I am your host, Russ Williams. I'm so glad you could be here today. I'm quite aware you could have been anywhere in this world, ladies and gentlemen, and you decided to be here with me, and I appreciate that. And more importantly, I appreciate you. So, welcome to Transition Tuesdays, my friends. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, we have a action-packed show once again. But before I start the show, I always like to state my intentions. And my intention is to give you the opportunity to laugh, smile, think, and engage in honest conversations about your life's transition. So that's what we do here on Transition Tuesdays. That is exactly what we do today. So I appreciate you guys for joining me each and every Tuesday here on Transition Tuesdays. I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate you guys so much, so much, that I have to give you applause. I gotta give you an applause. I gotta hit the applause button for you making it here today. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys. Transition Army, I appreciate you. So, ladies and gentlemen, Transition Army, let's get to it. Let's talk NBA All-Star Weekend 2023 edition. Let's get after it. Let's talk about it. Hopefully we get some people tuning in and give their viewpoints on what they saw, what they witnessed in Salt Lake City, Utah. Man, well, first I must admit, I do this every year, but I didn't do this past year. I didn't do this year, and this was planned for me. I always get hooked. I'm not hooked. I always get, I don't know, reined in to watch the Celebrity All-Star Game. I did not do that this year. Thank God, because it seemed like it wasn't a good game at all. Because first of all, you got to have celebrities to play in the celebrity game. Some of the people, I saw some of the people, like the listing of it, I didn't know who they were. I didn't know they were even celebrities. So I didn't get roped into watching that this year. And I say that every single year. I'm not going to watch it. And this year was the first year I didn't watch 1 second of it. Not 1 second. Good for me. All right, so I got to give myself applause for not watching that game. Let me see. Let me just give myself an applause on that. I guess sometimes you got to pat yourself on the back. I'm going to pat myself on the back for not watching that game. So let's get to All-Star Saturday. What took place there was the skills competition. I don't know, NBA committee. We might have to maybe do away with this skills competition there at NBA All-Star Weekend. Oh my God! I know the Utah Jazz, their Team Utah or Team Jazz won that one. I mean, you have moving targets like it's like like the NFL Combine. I don't know what was going on. You got to make layups. You got to, I don't know. You got to bounce pass. You got to move. I didn't get it. I think we should do away with it personally. Oh my God. I don't know. I didn't get that. But they had that. Next after that was the 3-point shooting contest, which some people are saying that should be first, and the slam dunk competition should come before the 3-point shooting competition. Well, that didn't happen this year, but it was pretty entertaining. Pretty entertaining, the 3-point shooting contest. My guy, who I enjoy, I really enjoy Damian Lillard, or Dame Dollar as he's called. I think Dame, he is the best rapper in the NBA. Google him, check out his music. Good stuff, man. He makes some good music out there. And we know he hits the three. It was Dame time. It was definitely Dame time. Because this guy, man, pulled it out. I heard him talking about before the game, before the exhibition, he was talking about how this is his third time participating in the 3-point shooting competition. And if he didn't win it this year, he had to retire his name. So he did win it. And then I heard him say that, hey, he's going to retire after this for the 3-point shooting competition. So he did a good job. I've always been a fan of Dame Dollar. I knew he had that Utah State shirt on, which is cool, man. So, it's cool that Commissioner Silver allowed him to wear that shirt. because I know Weaver State was I think 30 minutes away from Salt Lake City. So it was great that he was able to represent the people at Weaver State for him to have that shirt on by winning it too. Man, that was a good look. But I'm a huge fan of Dame Dollar. Huge fan. Always like seeing this guy play when I can. I'm just a huge fan, and I see that he was taken first in the draft. We're going to talk about that too for the reserve. We're going to talk about that as well. So you had the three-point shooting contest. Dame Dollar walked away with the championship with the chip on that. Then you had the slam dunk competition. 2 words. Mac McClure. Man, I tell you, the slam dunk competition, man, throughout these years, it's been a dud, a major dud, but not this year. I'm telling you, you actually had dunkers making their first dunks on their first attempts. We had that this year. I mean, Mac McClung came out from the gate, jumped over 2 cats, took the ball, hit it off the backboard, and then reversed it. Man, and again, it doesn't do any justice, man, just watching it live or, without watching the TV monitor with the instant replay of it all. Man, that was just an incredible feat. And here's a kid who, man, was just playing in the G League, just got a 10-day contract with the Philadelphia 76ers. That's why he was wearing a Sixers shirt. Man, and it turns out that his earnings that he won, I think it was $100K, is close to how much he's making in the G League. And, just like this kid, they asked him, what are you going to do with your earnings? And he's talking about not splurging it. He's talking about investing. I said that's a good thing. But, man, this guy, Mac McClung, probably, and I shoot that question out to the masses, he probably saved the slam dunk competition by making all his dunks in elaborate form. I mean, here's a guy who's only 6'2". I'm 2 inches bigger than him. But here's this guy 6'2", jumping, and everybody is aware of Mac McClung. They've been watching videos of him since high school, and I've been watching those too. And I remember he went to Georgetown. I don't know what happened there in Georgetown, but he transferred from Georgetown to Texas A&M, and then from there, he went on to the G League. But man, it was just an amazing feat to see that. Man, power, strength, man, ingenuity. Man, this guy was just doing it all, man. It looked like, when you're not 6'2" is a small, but compared to like other guys, when you're getting off the ground like in that magnitude, it seems like that you're flying. And that's what it looked like there with Mac McClung. So he, man, in my opinion, or I ask you guys, do you think Mac McClung saved the slam dunk competition? I think he did. I think he definitely did. So, man, amazing feat by Mac McClung. Then, after that, you had the All-Star game. But before that, though, let's talk before that. The draft, which I was highly entertained with that one. I'd be like, Shaq, are you entertained? Are you entertained? Yes, I was entertained with the draft because, like I posted earlier, I wanted to focus on Julius Randle because I thought, in my humble opinion, I thought he would be the last reserve chosen. And he wasn't. LeBron James saved him. Must have the same agency or whatever, I don't know. But LeBron James saved him. But I was really curious to see who was going to be the last pick in that draft, and for the reserves and the starters too. And who turned out to be the last pick for the reserves? I have to think about that. I'm not sure. I forget, but it'll come to me eventually. But what was a funny thing, and again, it had that great feel of like a pickup game. You know how like back in the days, if you ever played the sport, basketball in the park, you get 2 guys, they choose for captains, you know what I mean? So you got 2 captains, and then they go and do odds and evens to see who gets the first pick, and then guys are picked and what have you. That was cool, man. That was cool. And that was done live, and that was done just before they're about to tip off, which I enjoyed. I really liked that. And I heard a lot of the players say, hey, look, I don't care where I'm picked as long as I'm not picked last. And so that was a great treat to see that. And I think another funny thing was too, it was the Joker. If you guys look at that, when they were choosing the starters, and the Joker, he got up because I think he thought of it like this. Listen, I'm the two-time reigning MVP of this league. And if you think I'm going to be picked last for the starters, you got something coming. So here's a guy who basically got up when it was LeBron's turn to pick, the next to last pick. He got up and he went to LeBron James. He went to that side. He didn't even make it an issue. He just went over there and said, "Listen, no, we're not having this. You guys gonna put some respect on my name. I'm a two-time reigning MVP, and I'm gonna be picked the last pick. Oh no, we're not having that." So I like that style by the Joker. That was cool. That was cool to see. But man, I tell you, I like that. I like that. I hope they keep that particular draft deal, All-Star game drafted. That was great. That was great to see, man. So again, that was cool. But then you had the actual All-Star game. And I'm gonna quote you what Mike Malone said. Mike Malone, I even know Mike Malone, who's the coach of the Denver Nuggets. I played against him when he played at Loyola when I was at Manhattan College. Great guy, man. Great guy. But he hit it on the nose. He said this All-Star game was terrible. And he's the coach. He's one of the coaches. He says All-Star game was terrible. I mean, and it really was. No defense involved, no competitive spirit. I thought we were going to get the competitive spirit that was going to come out at the fourth quarter, during the fourth quarter. That never took place. The only competitive part of the NBA All-Star game was when Jason Tatum was going against his teammate, Jaylen Brown. Back-to-back items and getting stops, and Jason Tatum got the stop at the end in which, Brown couldn't even get a shot off. That was the only competitiveness of the NBA All-Star game, which is a rarity. I get it. People don't want to get hurt. You there. This is an exhibition. I get all that. But, man, can we fake it a little bit? They didn't fake it. They didn't even fake it. And Jason Tatum, he got MVP. I guess it was just one guy who got hot. Just keep feeding him, and that's it, with no resistance defensively. So I don't know, man. They might have to put some incentive based on that, man, or something to make these guys play much harder, because that there was a waste. That was really a waste. And I'll give you guys I'll give you some insight on NBA All-Star Weekend. If you ever get a chance to go, I recommend you do. But here are some things that you can do to make your experience much memorable. Okay, if you do go to NBA All-Star Weekend, get there on a Friday, go to the parties. You have to go to Kenny Smith's party. I was lucky and fortunate to go to Kenny Smith's party. They have party galore all throughout the city. Whatever city that it's in, and I heard in Utah, a lot of people was complaining that's a dry state, so no drinking, no smoking, none of that was going on. So I heard it wasn't a great experience, but whatever other cities that host it, if you do get a chance to go that Friday, you got to go to Kenny Smith's party, okay? You got to go there, okay? There's going to be many parties, but somehow you got to get to that party, all right? That's the first one. That's the Friday. Saturday, you got to go to the All-Star Saturday with the slam dunk. Hopefully, it'll be great like this past one was, okay? And then here was my deal. Here's what I used to do, because I've been to two of them, NBA All-Star weekends. One in Houston, Texas, and then the other one in San Antonio, Texas. So both Texas states I've been to, cities and states. Here's the trick. The trick is not to go, especially this year, man, not to go to the game, but head home that Sunday after the parties on Saturday and watch the game on TV so you won't see that calamity that we saw this past Sunday. So again, if you're ever interested in doing that, I recommend you do it. But take my advice the way I just pointed out to you. Again, go to festivities. They got all these fan jams and all this good stuff. Make sure you go to all that. But again, come back on Saturday. Watch the game on TV. You'll be happy you did, okay? That's the little tip that I have to give you. We got my guy Charlie joining us from Minnesota. What's going on, Charlie? Welcome to Transition Tuesdays, my friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So my man Charlie says, Hard to get used to a game as an exhibition. Would like to see them at least fake playing defense. I'm with you on that, Charlie. Saw guys get out of the way and open up the lane. Hard to get excited about any part of the game. You are so right, Charlie. You hit that right in the nose. Yep, I was seeing guys catching the ball on the wing, and it's the Olay defense, just letting the guys go through, and making sure you don't get hurt or anything like that. Yeah, man, we gotta have some more restrictions, man, or something, man. We have to have some more, man, lockdown defenders, or I don't know, man. Something has to be said or done. I don't know, but yeah, that was really terrible. But no, Charlie, you hit that right on the nose, my friend. You hit that right on the nose. No resistance defensively. It was kind of like a mockery. And again, here you got one of the coaches on the All-Star team is saying that game was terrible, absolutely terrible. So, man, I tell you, it's I agree. We got to do something better than that. We got to do something better than that. I tell you. Hey, so guys, I also wanted to talk to you about a show I stumbled upon last year. Shout out to my guy Malik, who put me onto this show on Netflix. So if you have Netflix, I might be paused there. Hold on a second. Last Chance U. Uh-oh. Hold on. You got to check this show, guys. Again, I might be experiencing some technical difficulty because I don't see my